Hey,
Good night.
Leonard, on the Facebook page, you cannot share it because it's a private group, but you can download it to your device and share as much as you want. Does
Oh,
that make sense for you,
yep, the newsletter. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Leonard? Okay, thank you. So Deanna Bridge, what we want to talk about?
Oh, hell, I don't know.
So, so what popped in my mind was when Tim showed his circle cutting jig that he made for his bandsaw. So when I got my big boy bandsaw several years ago, I said to myself, I'm like, damn it, I've got to make me a circle cutting jig, and then I gotta make it to where you know what, I'm going to make it to where it includes the wedgie sled on it as well. So I made, you know, this nice elaborate circle cutting jig and the arms, you know, so I could cut segments, you know, because I was going to segment. I did my first segmented piece about a year later. That segmented piece, it just started cracking and pulling apart, you know. By that time, I'd already decided that, yeah, I don't like doing segments because it takes too long. But my circle cutting jig, it sits on the backside of my bandsaw. And I bet the last time I used it was maybe 4 years ago.
I freehand all my blanks. I don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, if I got to knock it off,
I do too.
you know, one, I'll get it close with the chainsaw to begin with.
Yeah.
But I find it's far easier just to mount it between centers and get after it as opposed to, you know, pulling the jig out, drilling the hole, you flatten the face of the log, drilling the hole, setting it up on it. That's my experience with it.
I've gotten pretty good at just following the circle line on my bandsaw.
Yeah.
Cutting
Right.
it that way.
Yep.
If it's got a few little lumps and bumps, you know, you just turn those away and get it all evened up, and you're ready to go.
Right.
As long as it's close.
And plus, if you've already circled out your log, and if you're starting it between centers, then you've lost that extra wood that you may have needed if you wanted to shift it because of, you know, one side being more dense than the other.
Yeah.
For balancing and having that perfect rhythm harmonics as you're turning. So but back then I thought it was just the most brilliant idea. Spent so much time making it. You're muted, Billy.
Oh no, I was talking to my dog.
Oh,
Talking to his dog,
Daughter.
doggy.
daughter.
I got a question if anybody's not got anything else for some
Yeah,
some
go
of you
ahead.
for some of you Powermatic drivers. Are you guys satisfied with the braking on your on your Powermatic? I got recently picked up a used 3520B. Had to redo the VFD on it and such. I set it all up with the standard with the specs that Powermatic originally had it on it, and the braking just sucks on it. Do you guys are you satisfied? Is this maybe it's just me because my Laguna brakes a heck of a lot better than the Powermatic does. I just wonder if it's just me or is the braking good on better on Powermatic.
I use the speed controller to turn my lathe off. I don't use the on off button.
Okay.
I've got that. My VFD went out on my 3520B, and the new one that I put on it does not. It's not the S1. It's not the Delta. It's a Westinghouse, and I programmed it so that it would still. I mean, I set it so that it matched the parameters that Powermatic had set on the Delta, but you know, the Delta S1 VFD. and or inverter. And then what I did was, since it's not wired for brakes, it really doesn't have any. And I've really not had a problem with it. I wasn't, it's not a whole lot different than it was. I mean, the Powermatic braking was there. It just wasn't probably as pronounced as the brakes on some of the other lathes, like maybe the Laguna. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you should be able, if you're not happy with what it's doing, you should be able to ramp that up a little bit and get it to brake better. But one of the things that I had to tweak that I wasn't real sure of was my ramp up speed and my ramp down speed. I slowed my ramp up speed down a little bit, and I increased my ramp down speed so that it would kind of act like a brake, but not exactly.
I've considered that. I'm satisfied with the ramp up speed. I was a little nervous about increasing the ramp down, scared that I'd start popping the circuit breaker on it. So I was a little nervous about that, but I think I was going to start playing with that. But I was just curious if maybe my expectations were unreasonable and such. So that's why I asked the question.
Yeah, it could just be the difference between the manufacturers on
Yeah,
how
probably
quickly
with
one
the
breaks from the other.
if I have to put another inverter on it, I'll still go with the Westinghouse, but I'll go with the 3 horsepower version instead of the 2 horsepower version, because the 3 horsepower version has braking.
Yeah, I put a Delta S back on it. It when I bought it, it had a Delta E on it that was what was faulty from the factory. That's why I got the lathe. It was a gentleman who had bought it and it wouldn't work. He got frustrated with it. Actually, Powermatic put it on for him. It was faulty from the factory. The Powermatic didn't know what they were doing. They installed it. And they couldn't diagnose it. So he
That's
sold it
weird.
to me for a very, very, very good price. And
Yeah, it should have come
I-
with a Delta S1.
yeah, it did, but they don't. Powermatic won't sell an S1 anymore. They only sell the E's for the C models.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so
Yeah, that would make a difference.
yeah. So I bought a S off of eBay and put that on. And so, but yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the S1s. You can get them aftermarket and program them to Powermatic specs. And I was looking at the S1. I could still get an S1 from Powermatic when mine went out a couple of years ago, but they wanted $800 or $900 for it programmed,
Jeez.
and it was going to take me 8 months to get it.
What?
And yeah, that's what they told me. And I could get an unprogrammed S1 from aftermarket. I don't remember from where, for about 400 or 500. I don't remember. But this Westinghouse was 250. And I've talked to other guys that have Powermatics that they've converted to this same Westinghouse inverter, and that they've never looked back. And I haven't either. I've been very happy with it.
Well, I bought this S1 used off of eBay for $100 and
Well, that ain't bad.
programmed it myself. They're not difficult to program. So
No,
Did you do a video on that, Billy?
I did.
Yes, he
I
did.
do a video? Yeah. And
I
not
thought
only
I-
did I
I
change
thought I did.
when the inverter went out, I went ahead, since I was down and having to make changes. I went ahead and added a which the Powermatic 3520B did not have. I added a basically an extension cord. I took the whole button panel off, where your rheostat for your speed and your on-off switches. I took it out and made a thin plywood cover to fill the hole to go over the top of it. and I bought a box, a utility box, electric utility, plastic utility box that was the same size as that plate. So I've got it screwed to this box now with wires coming out of one end, and I've got and I use cable with wiring. I think it's got 10 strands of cable in it of different wires. And I think it's 10 or 12 foot long. I've got a magnet on the back of it. I keep it stuck to the front of the lathe anywhere I want it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I use
Love
trailer wire to rewire my switch so I
Yeah.
can turn it wherever and how I want.
Yeah, that's what I use, trailer wire. And it's and I did all of that's in the same video.
Yeah.
It took some
Yeah, it's
figuring to
simple to
figure
do.
out how to move, because I had to change the wiring up a little bit because of the way they had the hot wire coming in through I don't remember if it was coming through the rheostat to the power switch or if it's what, but I had to change that up somehow. All that's in the video. It's been several years since I did it, and I don't remember all the particulars. I just know the first time I tried it, it didn't work, so I had to refigure it, and so I got it working. But yeah, I love it. It really wasn't that hard.
Yeah, you did a good video on it when I watched it. I really enjoyed that. I think I even saved it the off chance, something bad happened.
But like I said,
always
if
worry
you
about that.
if something happens for those that have 3520Bs, if something happens, I've got a link to where I got that Westinghouse inverter. Go for the 3-horse model with braking. Don't go for the 2-horse one that I got. I didn't know any better at the time.
Right.
Lessons learned, And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like $50 more.
Right. Yeah, it'd be worth it.
Yeah. So now my brake
Yeah, I hate
wires are
to-
just capped off.
Yeah, I hate the way the inverters are where they sit at. Granted they've got the slots there, but it's still open for dust and shit to fall in on top of the fan and the components in there. So I'm, end of the day, I'm always taking the air gun and blowing everything out. Make sure that
Yeah, me too.
nothing's building up in there. You'll
I
want
think,
to make sure you do that, Brent.
Yeah, I think a surge took mine out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do that
likely.
with my Laguna and such.
Yeah.
I don't actually, this braking things, I honestly find that I still, normally my go-to lathe is the Laguna because I'm much more comfortable on it, but the Paramatics, it's handy to have a second lathe. I'm really slow. I have projects that lay on the lathe for months at a time, so it's handy to have 2 lathes. So
How well I know.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
hey Brent,
That's
did you
because
go ahead,
yeah,
Billy.
I've got the 2014 as the sister lathe to my 3520, and they're both getting used all the time.
Yeah. Brent, on the lathe you got, by any chance did it come with the extension kit?
no, I don't have an extension kit.
No.
I have
Bummer.
extension on my Laguna, so I can go way longer than anything I'll ever need and such. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it makes it's nice being able to slide the headstock
Charles.
down and turn off the end there.
Do you want to go in?
well, I can come off the end on it and such. So I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but it's still the 35-inch length.
Well, yeah, but with the
Oh,
extension, then you've got your tool rest and your extender up there, and everything's slid down. That way, you're turning straight into it.
Yeah, I have that for the Laguna.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, I don't have a bed extension on either of mine. Well, other than the swing away, I did get the swing away for Christmas one year, some years back, and I really like that.
But in the newsletter, there's a fix to how you can turn off outboard like that without having an extension, and and be able to use your tool rest and everything like that. So in this current issue, there's a how-to on how to do that.
Oh,
Oh, time to get another beer.
all right, everybody. I'm gonna jet. Y'all have a good night.
All right, good night, Billy.
Night,
Good
Billy.
night, Billy.
I think I'm gonna take off too. Y'all have a good night as well, so.
All right, good night, Brent.
Night, Brent.
Take care, y'all.
Bye, Sue.
Hey,
Cat don't like the sound of a Guinness opening. Release that nitrogen, and Cat's thinking, "Oh my God, what kind of cat's in there?"
My cat's tearing up the house,
Oh no.
but that's why I've been up and down. So I got my dust collection all torn apart. I got dust everywhere, so I gotta go ahead and fix it like Scott did his. So I'm working on that.
Oh, okay. You got all your parts ordered?
Well, I've got a good filter, but pretty much I'm gonna try to make everything that I can.
Yeah. Yeah, Scott, he should be on later on. He had a lodge meeting he had to go to tonight. But we were talking the other day, and he cleaned his
He's
first
on.
time. Oh, there he is. And he cleaned it for the first time. And I think he said he had maybe half a pound of particle dust that came out of it.
Yeah.
Once he gets on here, we'll get him to tell. Scott,
Yeah,
you ready?
oh, he's gone. Look like he dropped back out. Where'd he go?
He's there.
Dane, I have a question for you about that tongue oil.
Oh, all right.
You-
Who is this?
There was a
Who's
there was a thread out there on Facebook, and you said that Minwax tongue oil was what you used. And I'm just curious because that can is different than what I normally see.
Well, it's
I
Canadian.
normally,
It's Canadian. What you were looking at?
oh, is that what it is? So your can probably says tongue oil finish on it then, as opposed
Yes.
to tongue oil protective
Yeah.
finish. But same stuff, right?
It's the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so the products look different. It's the same stuff on the inside. It's just labeled different, between Canada and North America and the US.
Have you ever heard of what is it? Milk paint tongue
Yep.
oil?
No.
It's milk paint, pure tongue oil.
Oh, okay, pure stuff. So it's non-polymerizing.
Non-toxic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, but if it's pure tongue oil, it's not going to shine like the polymerizing tongue oils.
It's gonna be like a duller finish then?
Right.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
can still,
I've been using the Minwax and it's been working really well.
Yeah.
it can still shine, it just takes a lot more coat and a lot more time to dry.
Yeah. A year
So polymer,
to get it to shine.
yeah, take a while to get it to shine. And there's
Or pure
so
tongue
many
oil.
finishes out there. Food safe,
frankly, everything in North America, due to our health regulations, everything's food safe. Even the stain you put on your backyard deck, once it's cured, it's food safe.
Yep. Thompson's outdoor finish. Yep. The most poisonous things that we put in our bodies is HDPE and Teflon in our frying pans.
Yep.
Plastic spatulas that melt off and go into your food. That is, and you're consuming, if you're using products like that, you're eating it every day. And
Always
all
use
those are,
stainless
and
steel.
all those are carcinogens.
You're better off
And
making
they're
wind
far,
spatulas.
far more toxic than anything from our finishes, our wipe-on polys and our tongue oils. I'm not going to say lacquer because that's a nerve agent. Lacquer is not good at all. But the curing oil finishes.
Well, lacquer is food safe once it's cured too. It's just everything in the liquid state when it's poisonous and flammable. That's when it'll kill you. But once it's cured, it's food safe.
Certain things cure at different rates, though. I mean, how do you know it's cured? You know,
They all have different incubation periods, and it'll tell you that on the can. But the clearest way to tell is if you smell it, you can still smell levelers
Right,
and
so
hardeners.
inert.
If you can't smell it, it just smells like nothing. It's food safe. You can chew on it.
Right.
Except for lead paint.
Shit, I ate so much lead paint growing up.
that's what's wrong with you.
Didn't we all?
That's
Well, I
what's-
know we all did. I mean, my crib was painted with lead paint.
Yeah, we were all
That
born
host-
before 1978, except for
That's the
Kate.
reason why we're all normal. That's what's wrong with society today. They didn't get enough lead paint in them.
Yeah, look at Cade.
Go
He
back.
definitely didn't get enough.
We're fortified by the lead, aren't we?
That's right.
Hell yeah. Metal solid.
Don't remember.
Solid metal.
Don't forget about all the preservatives we've eaten over all these years too. We're gonna live forever.
Lots of sodium. Yeah.
Well, I used to eat lots of sodium, not anymore.
And if you do die when they dig you up 1,000 years from now, you're gonna look exactly like you did when they buried you. Because you're very well preserved. Hey, did you notice my new buddy in the corner?
I saw him.
Yes, look at that
Yay,
little son of a
Bernie.
gun.
Hey, follow me. All the way
Yeah,
to
we
the
saw
mountain.
Bernie back there in the corner.
Oh, son of a bitch. I swear.
I swear,
Can't
he
get rid of
followed
him.
me. Yeah, I can't go anywhere. And there he is.
Well, he looks a lot more comfortable there.
Yeah, but man, he's experiencing that cold weather. The north, you guys are experiencing other parts of the country.
Yeah, he got laughed out. He got laughed out of the Senate today.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, really?
stupid. Yeah, he tried to bring up a vote about, genocide and shit like that with Israel. And
Oh,
they all, Schumer was ready to put him in a headlock and do a bulldog block on him. Chuck Schumer's the head of the Senate, Cade, and he's also Jewish, so
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
he didn't take lightly to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Bernie Sanders, that
Well,
old
hell,
bastard.
Bernie's Jewish too, but he's anti-Israel.
I know, right? Well,
What the
I don't
hell's
think
wrong with him?
It's
I wonder when
orthodox.
the last time he said anything in the Torah,
Yeah.
piece of shit. I've probably said something more recently in the Torah, and I'm not Jewish. Or that prick. Anyway,
But he likes to hang around with me. I don't know why. So he decided to come to Seattle, hang out in my apartment.
Nice.
I don't know why. There he is. Always there. My workshop too. Whenever I go to my workshop, look at this.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he's always back there at the bench, you know.
Yeah,
Can't get him to work.
No.
I mean, you talk about a
The
pure
same
communist.
barber.
See, like he hangs out with Carl Jacobson. They sleep together. And check this out. He's in the Kiss concert. Look at that. He's right there in the back.
Yeah, you know, right between two real Jews. Yep. Right? Oh, Gene will drive his platforms right through his head.
Where's that one? There he is in my shop, hanging out in my shop there.
Yeah.
I keep Bernie. Him how to wood turn, but he won't take his mittens off. So
yeah, he's just like a static display, you know. He doesn't work, and you can't fire him.
Nope, he's always wherever I go. I was at that Kiss concert, and there he was hanging out.
What a guy! What a guy! Ah, shit. You know, I think we had like 111 people on at the peak tonight. That was nice.
We did. Yeah, we had a whole lot of people.
Now we're at 22.
Huh?
Now we're at 22 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the meeting's over. You know, this is bullshit time.
Yeah.
Everybody runs away this time. They don't want to hear us. They don't want to see Cade's pictures either. So.
No.
Cade's special
Cade.
pictures.
Cade, where you at right now, Cade?
I'm at the archery range.
Okay, that's what I thought.
In the middle of the night? What the hell?
Yeah. The indoor range is 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
And he doesn't want to go out in that cold. He can't. He's probably going to spend the night there.
Minus 35 outside with the wind chill.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, that's it. It's not too bad.
I'll be back.
That's not too bad. Oh, man.
Go in and eat my dinner, but I'll be back. So don't kick me out of here.
Well, how long are you going to be gone?
Probably about 15 minutes.
All right.
What's for dinner?
Unless you got, tacos.
Sweet.
Takes you 15 minutes to eat tacos?
Right.
Oh, and the rice and the beans and everything else along with it. I'll be back. If you guys
If you're
got
doing it in 15 minutes, you're doing it wrong.
All right. Well, hey, I'm going to go to Scott so he can talk about cleaning out his dust collection so Dennis can hear. So Dennis was talking about, you know, working on his dust collection system, Scott.
Yep.
And then and I was trying to tell him, you know, about you cleaning out yours for the first time and how little dust you had in it. So, and then at that time you were logging in, so I shut up.
Oh,
And I'll let
okay.
Scott tell it.
Yeah, so I only got, I don't know. It wasn't, I don't think I got a 1 pound coffee can out of it.
Yeah, I've been looking at the videos there, trying to figure it out. And I got to get a barrel. I think I got a handle on a DEF barrel, clear one.
Yeah. Mine is just a white opaque barrel. It's buried at the moment, but
Yeah.
so there. It's in the
How
corner.
long did it take to accumulate that 1 pound coffee can full of dust?
Well, my shop was really dirty, so I went through and super cleaned it, vacuumed everything off, took stuff off the shelves, vacuumed it up, and I probably did it. After I did that, I probably used it maybe 7 or 8 times for 2 or 3 hours, cutting bowl blanks on my bandsaw, which creates a lot of fine dust. So, you know, I don't know,